Lesson 8, Many and Much. Let us see how do we use these words. Many is used with count nouns. Count nouns is that which is countable. How many apples are there? For this question, apples are countable here. So we call that count nouns. There are many apples in this picture. So for how many apples we say there are many apples. How many chairs are there? Since we can count it, we say there are 2 chairs. How many bees are there? Still countable, right? So, how many bees? Use that which is countable, we use the word many. Answer is hundreds, maybe thousands. Could be hundreds or it could be in thousands. How many apples are there in this picture? How many apples are there in this picture? There is only 1 apple is the answer. How many men are in this picture? Answer is there aren't any. There aren't any. Are not becomes aren't any. Okay. Since it's countable, we say many and there aren't any. There is only 1 woman in this picture. Let's see where much is used. Let's see how much is used with non-count nouns. How much fruit is there? There is a lot of fruit. How much water is in the glass? Can you count how much water? No, so it's a non-count noun. It's almost full. There is a lot of water in the glass. How much traffic is there this morning? So we use the word much for non-count. We cannot count traffic. Traffic is non-countable. How much traffic is there this morning? There is a lot of traffic. The cars aren't moving very fast. One more example. How much fishing does he do? He does a lot of fishing on the weekend. Lot means that time-wise. Time, we are talking about not number of fishes, we're talking about time. There's a lot of fishing. How much juice is there in his jug? How much juice is there in his glass? The answer is there isn't any. It's all gone. Let's see some examples of count nouns, that which is singular or plural, and matched with non-count nouns where we don't use in plural form. Okay, let's contrast and see. Example 1, car. Plural form is cars. The non-count form is traffic. Apple is the count form singular. If there are many apples, we say apples. But the non-count form is fruit. Fruit means it comes under much. Okay, it doesn't come under countable nouns. So we can say how much fruit. Okay, but how many apples? They are very specific, countable. Machine is singular form. Machines is plural form. Machinery is the non-countable form. Okay, write these three things. When there is a non-countable form, don't use many. How many machinery is wrong. How much machinery is right. Okay, but how many machines are there is correct and form of the question. Okay, fact, singular form. Facts, plural form. Information is the non-count form. How much information you have. You don't ask how many information. How many facts is the right word. Another example, chair. Plural is chairs. The non-count form is furniture. We call how much furniture. How many chairs. Okay. Rupee. Rupees or dollars. Money. When you say how much money, but how many rupees you got, how many dollars you got. Likewise, when it comes to specific thing, this is countable nouns and money is non-count noun. Time is minute. How many minute? Okay, like just a minute. Here we have how many minutes. Okay, but when it comes to non-count form, we use time. We use how much time we got. Okay. It's important to understand the difference between non-count and count nouns when using many and much. Non-count nouns are often used to describe large categories, while count nouns are usually more specific. Let's take examples. There is a car in the street. This is a singular count noun. A car. Question. How many cars are in the street? Answer is, there are a few cars in the street. It's a plural form of count noun. Few cars. Question. How much traffic is there? There is a lot of traffic. Non-count noun. So we use much here. For much we use lot of. Okay. For many we use few. Okay. Non-count nouns always use a singular verb. Count nouns are singular or plural. Look, we don't use traffics. It's not allowed. Okay. It's always a singular. Much and many are usually used with negative. Okay, because we don't use much and many in the positive. Very rarely we use them, but many a times we use it in negative context. There aren't many students in the classroom. Perhaps there could be 4 or 5 students, but there aren't many students. Look, there are not many becomes there aren't many students. Another form we normally use is there isn't much food in the refrigerator. That is, we have a small amount of food, but when it comes to food, it's a non-count noun, right? Non-count noun. So we use the word much. Specific food like you got idlis, we say how many idlis are there. But since food is a non-count noun, we use much. There isn't much food in the refrigerator. Any plus not, never or without expresses zero. What all expresses zero condition? Any, there aren't any, like that. Okay, there are not any, never or without. Okay, let's see some examples. There aren't any students in the classroom. There aren't any means zero. There isn't any food in the refrigerator. There isn't any food in the refrigerator. That means it's empty. There isn't any food. He went outside without any shoes. Without any, without means there are no shoes on his feet. He went outside without any shoes. They never want to eat any vegetables or drink any milk. Look, the never is used. They never want to eat any vegetables. Any vegetables. Never and any represent, go with the negative form very well. They never want to eat any vegetables or drink any milk. Right? So much and many are usually not used in affirmative. Affirmative means positive context. There are many apples in the basket. It sounds better to say there are a lot of apples in the basket. Which one sounds good? We won't use many apples in the basket. We use a lot of apples in the basket. So that sounds better. So many mostly we use in the negative context, okay? Not in the affirmative context. In the affirmative we use a lot of. There is another example. There is much milk in the refrigerator. Milk, we use much because it's a non-countable thing. Rather saying there is much milk, we would say there is a lot of milk in the refrigerator, right? A lot of. Instead of much, we use a lot of. Okay? That's it for now. We will practice some exercises. Let's look at the exercise. The quiz for many, much and any. Okay? This exercise, it's about asking questions with much, many or any. Okay? Read it, pause the video and answer them. Okay? And then check the answers with your teacher and the class. Here you go. Exercise 2. Negative plus much, many or any. Okay. Okay. Now I will give you the answers. Okay. Please do not go to the answer before answering it. Okay. Okay. Pause the video and practice it. Exercise 2. Answers. Great job. Okay. Let's go to the next lesson.